quartz crystals that have grown from a fluid. They've got these zones in them. Well, it's got similar zones in the diapside, so we know that this was deposited from a fluid. We've shown this to a whole lot of metamorphic petrologists, and you never get that in solid state growth. If this had been metamorphosed from something else, it wouldn't have formed those textures. So we know this is sort of like a skarn type rock. It's a high temperature rock. The wall rocks are amphibolite facies rocks. Again, very interesting. I went to South Africa. I wanted to visit the famous Witwatersrand conglomerates. At that time they were restricting visits, so they would only give me a visit if I gave them a talk. So I gave them a talk on these, and when I showed this was Anglo-American at the time, I showed them this, they all huddled together and talked, and the chief took 5 people outside because they just drilled a whole lot of this stuff and hadn't even assayed it, because they didn't recognise it. Looked nothing like anything that they thought there was some strange metasomatized sediments or something. I'll finish this off in a moment, so this is probably a good spot to do it. So we produce what I call the crustal continuum model. So we've got brittle things at the top, we come down here, more ductile things, down into ductile things down in here. This is where earthquakes, so this is the brittle ductile transition. This is the level that earthquakes start forming. So earthquakes are great because you get all these movements and fluid is moving around as we go. So if we look at the San Andreas fault today, it would be something that's going to have orogenic gold deposits in it, almost certainly. When we get an earthquake, trillions of gallons of water are being pumped along